Hi everyone, this is Joy with Create It With Joy, and today I made a Valentine card using My Favorite Things Gill Friends. So I'm using a regular stamp set to fit a holiday themed card, which obviously you could do with any stamps, but these little fish were already kissing, so it worked out perfect for this card. So I'm going to start off using Salty Ocean, Peacock Feathers, and Cracked Pistachio Distress Oxide inks. And I'm going to blend those together to make, this beautiful ocean background. I love, love, love Distress Oxide inks. They are so creamy and smooth, and the way that they blend together, really, it doesn't take a lot of work. And I am using Nina Classic Crest Solar White 110-pound cardstock, and that's the cardstock I use unless I'm really mentioning watercolor cardstock. So I'm just going to go back and forth with the colors and just give it a good little blend. And then I've taken Lawn Fawn's Lacy Heart Stackables and cut that out of vellum and that colored cardstock. And then this is Lawn Fawn Stitched Wave Borders, and I'm cutting that out of the heart so I can make waves at the bottom. I didn't want waves all the way up because I really did want to see this color. So you can see how I'm putting it together there. And then you've got some ocean waves. So now I'm stamping some of my images in Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink and also in Picked Raspberry, the solid images, and I am going to be coloring those with my Copic markers, which are up on the screen. And I am going to turn on some music for you guys while I color, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. So now that I'm done coloring, I'm going to use the coordinating dies and run that through my die cut machine. I have the Spellbinders Platinum 6 die cut machine, so I'm going to cut all of those out. If you do not have coordinating die cuts, then just, cut them out with your scissors. All of it works great. So now I'm going to start putting together this vellum, and as you know, vellum and adhesive you can see through, but I am using Ranger Multimedia Matte, and I am covering every little part of the lacy edge, so when I push it down it will look darker, but you won't notice that it's glue. And not only that, I'm going to have pretty much that whole bottom part covered. So I'm gluing just the sides, that way I can tuck my fish into the waves, if that makes sense to you guys. So finish gluing that down, and then I'm going to pop that heart up on foam tape, and I'm attaching that to a little more to the left side of the card. I did want it a little bit off-centered, and I had already glued that big fish down off camera. Now for this cute pink, ocean flowers, coral, whatever you want to call it, I have glued that with the Multimedia Matte also, and popped it up with a little bit of foam tape at the bottom, and then I will glue that to my heart. And then now I'm going to glue the rest of my cute little fish, and I am again tucking them into these waves. And you could use a tape runner here, but I'm using the multi-matte medium. And then I stamped using peacock feathers where it says Kiss Kiss, and that is from Gill Friends. And these hearts and the word Valentine are from Simon Says Stamp The Sweetest. And that is from the Valentine card kit from Simon Says Stamp. And so I wanted these hearts, open and closed hearts, to be, well, they're all open and then I colored them in, excuse me. But I wanted them to be the bubbles instead of regular bubbles. So I am just marking off part of the hearts that I want so I can stamp around the word Kiss Kiss. Just make sure your stamp is cleaned off in between really well. And I used Lawn Fawn's Lobster Red ink for that. The paper that I've also used on this, the background paper, is Lawn Fawn's Ballet Slippers. So now I'm taking one of my Copic markers and coloring in some of these hearts, and I left some of them open. And then I've attached foam tape and my Multimedia Matte to the word Valentine, and that I just kind of cut out. I did cut out by hand. I didn't want a straight sentiment. I wanted it to be a little bit flowy. And I will attach my last fish. I had no idea where I wanted this fish to go, so it took me a minute to kind of figure out where he needed to be. So now I am adding Ranger's Glossy Accents to these bubble hearts. And that turns out so cute. And then I'm also going to be using Nuvo Glitter Drops in White Blizzard. And I will be adding that to a couple of the fish. Also my black glaze pen to the eyes. Here we go with those Nuvo glitter drops. Now I am using Nuvo Crystal Drops, Red Berry, Simply White, and Party Pink, and I am just adding to the bottom around the sentiment. Kind of like bubbles is kind of what I was thinking. And being that this is a Valentine's card, pink, red, white, you just got to go with it. This card really did come together pretty quick. And I loved using a non-holiday stamp for this. Look at how cute those kissy fish are. I love it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this card. I hope it makes you think about taking some of your stamps and using it for a different themed holiday. Turns out super cute every time. Thank you for your support. You guys bless me every single day, and I will be back here really soon. Thanks. Bye.